Christina Bobb, attorney with Judicial Watch and former Trump attorney. All right, Christina, there is some legal backing to say that, yes, Trump is going to be able to do this National Guard stuff.
Yeah, I think he will. It's all in how he deploys it. He has to have a very narrow approach, which he does. He's using them to protect ICE agents, to protect federal law enforcement around federal buildings. He has narrowed this pretty well. The former president says, oh, you can't call the military in to do everyday police work. They're not stopping traffic for speeding. You know, they are not doing ordinary police work. You have, whether you want to call them protesters, insurrectionists, whatever, attacking law enforcement and attacking ICE, trying to arrest illegal immigrants who have invaded the country. That's not exactly ordinary police work. So I think President Trump's fine on this. He's well within his rights. Posse comitatus, I don't think is going to be a hindrance to him in this situation. People like to throw it around because it's a Latin word that sounds interesting and makes people go, oh, maybe I don't know what that is. But
ooh, legalese. Yeah. All right. So, you know, the other thing, too, is Biden's social media staffer, who's ever running his account, because it's not him, taking credit basically for Trump's ceasefire deal, writing, the road to this deal was not easy. My administration worked relentlessly to bring hostages home, get relief to Palestinian civilians, and end the war. I commend President Trump and his team for their work to get a renewed ceasefire deal over the finish line. Dude, I think his staffer's got dementia, too.
That is the most delusional thing I have heard all day. I mean, I don't know how on earth anybody could be taking that seriously, that Joe Biden had something to do. You think either side, you think Hamas or Israel is going to listen to Joe Biden? Absolutely not. So, you know, I hope their followers enjoyed that. You know, it's nice little gaslighting for the day for them, but that has no basis in reality.
No, zero. What does have basis in reality is wanting to hear from special counsel, or former special counsel, disgraced Jack Smith. He's been asked to testify before the House Judiciary Committee. Now, Jim Jordan saying that Smith's testimony is, quote, necessary to understand the full context to which the Biden-Harris Justice Department weaponized federal law enforcement. Look, this guy was given unilateral authority to reach into whatever he wanted.
Yeah. I am very interested to see how this progresses, because prosecutors typically have absolute immunity. I don't know that one has been called before Congress, and that's something I need to verify. But forcing an attorney to testify is very, very difficult. And so I'll be curious how they end up navigating that. Although they can thank the Biden administration for completely obliterating executive privilege and attorney-client privilege during the Jack Smith investigation. So if they need precedent for that, they may have gotten it from the Jack Smith investigation. So one, if he actually does offer any testimony, I'll be very curious how they go about doing that. But two, he certainly has a wealth of information that would be very telling for, I think, people that have bigger shoes than he does.
But Christina, I think you missed something that is critical here, is that not only have they blown that precedent out, they've blown out the precedent of prosecuting attorneys. You yourself are indicted for defending someone in
true.
2 states. Well, you were in one state, but you got, like, currently in Arizona, you're indicted for being the defense attorney on record.
Yeah, that's true. And Rudy Giuliani and Mark Meadows and John Eastman and Jeff Clark and, you know, like all of the attorneys involved.
So prosecute Jack Smith. Who cares?
Yes. Well, yeah. No, I mean, that would be great, getting him to testify. I would even forego a prosecution of Jack Smith just to get his information on the people higher than him. I think it's the people that ordered Jack Smith to do what he did that I think really need to pay the price. So I hope he coughs it up. Yeah.
And meanwhile, maybe just throw in a good treason charge for good measure. I'd appreciate
That's great.
it. All right. Christina Bobb, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.